What up? What up? How we doing? Nah, Goober, it was a trade that I took earlier. Was in it off the inversion of the 5, and then we closed it right here. I was looking at Bookmap. Bookmap got kind of wonky on us, and then right after we closed, you see what it did. I did not re-enter, though. The reason I'm thinking this might want to go lower here and this trade's not going to be valid is because ES didn't sweep Asia down here. I'm not sure why it's not deleting. Weird. Trading views lagging. I'm trying to delete this. But you see Asia's down here. We did not sweep that on ES. So I wouldn't be surprised if price wants to grab that super quick and then go. We'll see. Took a nice trade on that, though. Was in for 2 minis on the funded, and we walked away with, put it on the screen here. Walked away with a little bit, 1562. Actually, we actually walked away with that 1303. That other 500 was from a gold trade I took last night. Scalped a little gold, but we're up 1,000 times 3 right now. So we'll just keep an eye on things. I don't know what we'll get here. I'd like to see price come down, sweep Asia, and then make this move again. Yeah, they really do, man. This was a clean setup, nice, perfect breaker, take of Asia there, V-shaped recovery, inversion of that 5, creation of this other 5. I mean, this was a very clean setup. I could not take that, but was hoping the full move would have been up to London. My first TP was this high right here. We didn't get that, so as soon as Bookmap started kind of looking wonky on us, we took profit. I do have some very sad news, though. The right after we talked about this yesterday on stream about leaving limit orders for your take profit levels and forgetting to close those out, I had a long that I took yesterday with my funded account, and we made profit on it. Did not close the take profit level, and that ended rather disastrously. Not completely, but definitely did some damage that we're going to have to recover from. Unfortunate. Happens, though. Very stupid, very careless on my part. One of the last things I do before I close down the charts is I usually go to each account and make sure that I hit exit at market and cancel all orders, and I did not do it for some reason yesterday. So it's all good. Up 2K on my first combine, 1K to go. Got any advice for the last stretch? Don't pay attention to the P&L, man. That's the best thing I can tell you. When you, for some reason, it does something to your psychology. When you get close, it starts to get to your head a little bit. Just don't focus on that. Focus on taking good setups, good trades, and the rest will kind of take care of itself. Exactly, Reaper. Good morning, Head Cop. Just saw your message there. Good morning to everybody. Hope everybody's doing all right. First 2 weeks of real trading, I'm green. That's awesome, man. Yeah, it was a nice setup there. Hopefully you didn't hold. Well, I guess if your stop loss was where mine was, you'd be all right. But I got out right up here. Top step is up 800. There you go. Hey, Ducati, it's all right, man. If you're green and not red, if you're just not red, Can't be mad about that. No. I took this early, Nick. I took this trade off of the 5-minute inversion, closed it up here because the book map was looking weird. As soon as I closed it, price just dumped back down. It's moving now. What I was thinking was price would potentially be looking to take out Asia here on ES because we left Asia. We got super close and just left it. So I thought maybe that's what we were dipping back down for. But we're just pumping here. This is going to end up playing out, I think. Oh, man. Sorry about that over on the YouTube. My bad. The book map wasn't showing there. It's orange folder, isn't it, Nick? Is it existing home sales? Forgot to check. Yeah, orange folder. I do think this pumps all the way to London High, though. Chauncey Billups arrested in federal gambling probe. Got to be more careful than that. Blessings to you too, man. Appreciate that. We're one man. Sorry about that. I feel like this is such a male-dominated space that I just automatically assume. But thank you, Sadie. Appreciate that. Glad you're here. Hope you enjoy the stream. Yeah, you're right, Nick. We left it behind on ES though, so doesn't mean we'll see. Gold moves crazy, man. I've been watching it for the past couple weeks, and last night I took my first gold trade that I've ever taken. If you go look at, there's a guy named Turbo Trades. You go check out his stream or go look at his channel. He posted a video of exactly what happened. I took the same trade that he took because I was watching him. I guess you could say I was copy trading him, but I've been learning from him about the way he trades gold because it moves a lot differently than ES or NQ. But if you go look at his video that he posted, and you'll see exactly what happened. I literally opened the trade, and before I could even set my TP fully, price just plummeted, dude. Plummeted. And I think I was up a total of close to $800, but by the time the computer recognized the take profit level, it had pulled back slightly. I was only up like 580 or 550, 558 or something. What was it? 558.96. But it was wild. Yeah, it was I was like, dude, because what if it had gone in the other direction? Like, literally, I opened the trade and it was like that. Like, I'm not exaggerating. It was that quick. So I was like, damn, I don't know if this is something I want to mess with. Got lucky, to be honest. I mean, there was a break of structure. There was clear signs that Price did want to go a little lower. That's why I took the trade, but it was wild. It's on the 1 minute, dude. It's on the 1 minute. Go look at it if you guys get a chance. Turbo Trades is his name. Yeah, Ducati. It scares me too, man. I think I was in for 3 micros. Or maybe, no, I was in for 6 micros. I think this pushes all the way to London here. It's been a 158-point move if I had stayed in the trade. You think this is manipulation, Joe? It's a pretty strong manipulation leg. This is usually distribution. Look at the 5-minute inverse. Greeting from Latham. I'm not sure where that is. What's your question, man? How will work a fair value gap, inverse fair value gap? When you give it a fair value gap and then it inverts. See if I can give you an example. So you see how we have a fair value gap. This is the 15 minutes. So when price was coming down, see this candle wick here. This is candle 1, candle 2, and then this other blue one is candle 3. That body of candle 2, where the wicks did not go, that's your fair value gap right there. But now that price has run back through it, as soon as this candle closes in the next minute and 45 seconds, this is now an inverted 15-minute fair value gap. Uruguay. I've heard it's beautiful down there, man. S&T is basically where ES or NQ is doing. They usually mirror each other, and in S&T is where one makes a new high and the other one doesn't, or it makes a new low and the other one doesn't. So, like, if right now ES was reversing and price was down here and NQ is still pumping, you kind of think, okay, NQ is about to do the same. It's about to turn around here, potentially. That's kind of the idea behind it. I'll check it out, Nick. Day 4 of trading rehab. How's that going, man? Is trading your sole income? It is. Yeah. I'm in school right now, so well, even if I wasn't in school, I think this would be my sole income too. But yeah, it is definitely my sole income. About 4 years, Micah. About 4 years. You should be a radio guy. I think that's a big help too, Dean, is not like constantly watching trading videos. It's so hard because to me it's entertaining and I really love this stuff. But I feel like you can kind of mess up your headspace a little bit if you take in too many different things, have too much stuff going on in your mind. Red, the best advice would be to learn how to sit on your hands. Learning how to not take trades. And less is more. I like to take 1 or 2 trades a day, man. Yesterday, I think I took 3. Yeah, I took 3 yesterday. and did well. But I don't like typically to take that many trades. 1 or 2 is typically what I like to stick with. How much to get into futures? I would do the, how did you know to long? Great question. We swept Asia low right here. We had a breaker. So that's where we have a low, a high, a lower low, and then a higher high. So we formed the breaker on that candle right there. Sorry that's kind of getting in the way. But this 5-minute candle formed it. When we were on the way down, we formed a bearish 5-minute fair value gap, and on the way up, we inverted it, but also formed a bullish on top of that. And so that's where I entered on the formation. And we had a clear draw on liquidity up higher to at least this swing high right here or here. But the full TP was going to be here. So that's the draw. We also, if you look from yesterday, from this area, we rejected pretty hard out of it. Right here too. Rejected hard there. Rejected hard there. So it's kind of an area of support from a previous day. Yeah, I closed it. You can see here my execution, Tristan. I closed it. Bookmap kind of got wonky. I closed it right before that dump and did not get back in. But we're up a little over 3K. So if you're not in the, no, if you're looking for a trade right now, like this specific trade along, I would not be looking for that. So don't worry about a retrace swisher, sorry. You just got to wave to this and watch it go. Next thing you should be looking for is this going to sweep London and then reverse, or are we just going to keep pumping? Yeah, nope. It was a pretty nice move right there. I wouldn't be surprised, Nick. We got all this liquidity stacked up here. I think we could potentially keep pushing all the way up there, make up the rest of the move from the drop yesterday. Got stopped out break even. Dang, dude. You're running a pretty tight stop there, huh? Where'd you get stopped out down here? News is in 11 minutes, but existing home sales typically don't move the market that much. We'll see what it does, but it doesn't usually have much of an effect. ET, we'll see. We'll see. Probably done. Probably won't take another trade. I mean, we're up $3,000, so there's London high right there. Full TP. Look at that. I'm listening to a guy named Rips right now in my ear. He's saying, don't be surprised. And he's not always right, but he does have good, he's been doing this a long time. He's got good market analysis. He said, don't be surprised if you see this manipulate all the way back down to take out the Asia level. He doesn't call levels like that. He calls them by these levels. He said, don't be surprised if you see it come back down to the previous 4-hour low and then rip higher to all-time highs. So just somebody else's perspective, kind of interesting to hear. Yeah, if it's valid, I really do hate holding before market open. Who said that? You have an emoji. I don't know what your name is. Culp. You can see I closed it right here, and then right after I closed it, price dumped. and I did not re-enter. So we took profit here, and we were up 1,000 on 3 accounts. Clearly, we would have liked to have that whole move. That's what we were eyeballing. To be completely honest with you, I was in the bathroom getting ready when price came back down here and then started moving back higher. Otherwise, I probably would have re-entered. Yeah, this is NQ. Tight stops, but I don't want to be in when market opens. Exactly, man. I feel the same way, Nathan. I don't like holding trades through market open. You just never know. Going back to sleep. Made 14K off NQ. Very nice, man. Very nice. What were the confluences? We swept Asia. V-shaped recovery, inverted the 5. Breaker formation of a bullish 5-minute. I entered off the bullish 5-minute. Clear draw on liquidity at London high, or at least these swing highs. Yeah, that's what I was trading off of. Also was using Bookmap. Bookmap was making this a pretty clear trade to take. We also had this area being an area of support from the previous day. Kind of price came down here and bounced. I was actually looking, after we swept Asia, I was kind of looking to see if we'd come back down in this 5-minute. This 5-minute price was bouncing off of it pretty hard yesterday. This is the long I took yesterday. I think that was around 3 p.m. Yeah, 2:45. Took that long up to here. The Bookmap helps a lot, man. It really does. It's just an added confluence. When you see this setup and you're like, man, this is a beautiful looking setup, and then you look at the Bookmap and you see orders stacked up higher, it's like, yeah, makes you feel more comfortable taking the trade. What's up, Maya? Me too, Cole. Me too. Very, very nice PA this month so far. You do, Swisher. Yeah, it's about $100 all in. It's about $100 a month. What is Bookmap? Bookmap is that. That is Bookmap. What the fuck, bro? Yeah, it's going to consolidate a bit here, and then it'll decide what direction, probably. Probably just hover here. Or it could just shoot up. A New York AM high up here to be the next draw. Yeah, this is NASDAQ futures. The lines show orders, where the orders are stacked up. Where you learn to use Bookmap, watching other people use it, and YouTube. It takes a while, man. It's not the easiest thing in the world. I think they could really improve their onboarding process of how to kind of get started with it. But once you kind of figure it out, it's super helpful. No, they show orders, the orange lines. So you can see those orange lines are the larger orders. The blue, or you can see. Let's see if I can move this slightly here for you. You see that? You see the scale at the top there, where it shows you like the the different shades of colors. So the blue are the smaller orders, the red are the larger orders. So you can see down at 25, 150, we got some pretty large orders stacked there. Yeah. So pretty interesting. It's fun to watch. This is what ES looks like. So ES has some big orders stacked up higher here. And those could be people's stops, or those could be people looking for continuations. A lot of those are shorts right there. You got 655 shorts right here. So it's interesting. I have a Chris, and I have a what they call a plugin that is supposed to filter out the spoof orders, the fake orders, and only put the real market orders in there. Come in here, so hey, that happens, man. That's a some people do that, and I get it. This book map's not cheap, so. Very nice, Clan. Love that, dude. Good job. We're up 1,000 on 3 accounts. I'm actually up 1,500 on one of them, but I don't count 500 of that because that was a gold trade I took last night. So on this day specifically, we're up. Let's see. We are up. Take profit, we're up 1,000. And then on Apex, we're up. I have 2 Apex accounts. We're up 1,000 on that account and 1,562 on that account. So, not a bad little day. C-Bum after retiring? Dude, I would love to see him trade. I feel like he's a very patient guy, so he would probably do really well at this. Nathan, that was my first ever gold trade last night, dude. Never traded it before. I've been watching it for a couple weeks now. It scares me, dude. It moves so aggressively. If you go watch, I was saying earlier, there's a guy named Turbo Trades that I follow. He trades gold, typically in the Asia session. Asia session? Yeah, that. And we took the same trade. I was kind of copy trading him last night, but I was also trying to read the chart for myself to decide whether I wanted to get in. Dude, as soon as we opened the position, like I'm talking within a split second, TP got hit. It happened so fast on his that he was trading Top Step, I think. His P&L at the top registered before the chart even moved. It's wild. Go look at when you get a chance, go look at his page. He's got a video posted of it. It was wild. But it scares me because it could have moved in the other direction, and I could have been in drawdown before the trade even had a chance to fully register. You trade gold too, Kristen? Is it Christine or Kristen? Do you think I can be profitable? Man, that's all up to you. If you think you can or you can't, you're probably right. Either way. That's his name, Turbo Trades. I put it in the chat there, Nathan. Yeah, dude. He's picking up some traction. I like him, man. I like his energy. I like how he doesn't allow the negativity to get to him. It always bugs me. We don't get it as much in here because obviously I'm not nearly as big as he is, I don't think. But people being negative, man. People coming in and like if you take he takes a trade that is maybe in drawdown a little bit. People always coming in, Monday morning quarterbacking and doing all that. It's like there's no point in that, man. if I don't understand that from like if you feel like you know more than somebody who's streaming, why don't you pop the phone up, prop it up, share your screen, and show people your trades? You know what I mean? Like I think he's doing a great thing by trying to help people trade. He's helped me learn how to gold moves. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't understand. I'll never understand that. People, I think it's people just truly unhappy with their lives, man. They're just looking for something to be negative about. But he doesn't allow it to get to him. And I like that because I know how hard it is to just let that stuff slide. Yeah, Kel, I trade. It's my full-time income. Yeah. Tristan posted the verse of the day. Let's read this out. It's in the Discord, Tristan. For God did, this is 2 Timothy 1:7. For God did not give us a spirit of timidity, but a spirit of power, of love, and of self-discipline. Amen. Amen. I like that. Hey, sometimes the short ones are the best, man. Straight to the point. Do you also invest in the normal stock? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. People deflecting their own lives onto others, miserable people. Yeah, it's sad to me, dude. I mean, I like to pray for those kind of people, not to be like cliche. I really do, because it's like there's something. If anyway, I don't want to be negative, but if that's what you want to spend your time doing is going on someone's TikTok live and being negative, like you really have not a whole lot going on. Was I a lawyer before? I worked for a law firm. Worked for a law firm. I have not gone to law school yet. I'm still an undergrad. You're down 3K. I don't know why you would short this, man. That's a bad, in my opinion, that wouldn't be the best analysis, but it could dump. If you're down 3K, though, I'd be very tempted to reevaluate your position. We're respecting bullish order flow. We have shown no signs of bearish momentum at this point. Yeah, Tristan. Yeah, it's like, just got to laugh at that. I think that's why I started showing my actual P&L, like my full monthly P&L, because I feel like people can post their daily P&Ls and really mess with that. If they're just showing what they made today, they can intentionally exclude certain accounts or include certain accounts or monkey with what trades are registering to be shown. So I feel like showing the full month gives you a better full picture of what is actually going on. Appreciate that, Nady. Appreciate that, man. You selling or buying tonight? We bought here, sold here. This was pre-market, so I closed. Bookmap looked pretty wonky. Price came down right after I closed, and then I was getting ready, trying to look pretty for you guys. And while I was in the middle of doing that, price started moving back, so I didn't re-enter the trade. I would have. If I had been sitting here, I would have re-entered on the rejection of this. That was 2 contracts. Two minis. And I normally, if I'm just starting a funded account, I would not trade that large of a size. But I'm trading mainly my 100K take profit account, and it's copy trading over to my 50K Apex accounts. And my 50K Apex accounts have a large amount of buffer in them right now. So I'm willing to take a little more risk on that. Thoughts on Bookmap? My thoughts on Bookmap are that I love it. I use it. Use it as an added confluence to all my trades. How long did it take you to become profitable? Close to two. No, it was like close to 3 years before I took a payout, which sounds crazy to a lot of people, but I didn't go through the right steps, man. I didn't know that there was all the resources available to learn. So I didn't go about it the right way. I think if you go about it the right way, you can start making money a lot quicker than that. But you don't want to rush the process. You want to really focus on actually learning strategy and structure and psychology, and just allow the money to come. Don't focus on the money. Don't focus on the outcome. Ducati, man, I paid before I ever got a dime back out of this. I was well over $10,000 in, but a lot of that was because I was trading my personal capital when I first started and getting cooked. Getting cooked. Different links for the gaps. So when you're in the indicator settings, Bookmap is lagging so bad right now. You see label distance. So if you change that, it'll change. But these down here, I don't have the indicator on right now. These down here are because I drew those. So when you use the rectangle tool, you can drag to make them whatever length you want. I did, Gabriel. I took this trade pre-market right here, closed it. What was the closed it? Yeah, closed it just prior to 9 o'clock. The book map was looking a little iffy, and as you can see, it was a good read. But then I was taking a shower and getting dressed, and did not get a chance to re-enter. So why I entered this trade? I'm gonna move this because it gets in the way when I'm explaining stuff. So we had price come down. We swept Asia. You can see Asia's marked out right here. We had a strong V-shaped recovery here right off the sweep. We inverted the 5-minute that was created on the way down. You can see that right here. So we inverted it with this candle closure. We also formed this 5-minute bullish gap on top of that. So that's why I entered. Plus, this was an area of rejection prior. And the book map was showing that we had plenty of orders stacked up higher. We had a clear draw on liquidity, at least to this swing high. Full TP was at this London high. So that was the main confluences that I used. C-bomb. Do you ever try to have a daily bias before market open? If so, do you only look for trades in that direction? No, I don't only look for trades in that direction, but I do have an idea of, hey, what does price want to do? And I usually establish that from the higher time frames. So if you look at this is the daily. Yesterday we dumped. Today I'm thinking we're probably going to make up a lot of that move. This is the 4-hour chart here. So far we've made up a decent amount. Drop down to the 1 hour. You can see that we're making up a lot of this move. So I don't marry my bias, but I do analyze the chart and try to establish, okay, realistically, where might price be going? Yeah, within the first couple months, I did. Yeah, you make the money back pretty quickly, but if you look at it, think about like college or something, man. Like I'm in college right now, so I can tell you it's not cheap. So if you think about it, you're paying, call it 30 grand a semester. That's what it is or 30 grand a year. That's what it is at my school, in-state tuition. Times that by 4, you're in a lot of money. And then you don't even know if you're really going to make any money coming out, depending on what you studied. If you think about trading, you can get into trading super, super cheap, man. The education can be free if you use YouTube and you're disciplined. And then you buy a cheap eval, maybe all in for $100, and then you can end up making, however much money. I'd say it's worth it. Takes a while. Takes a long time. You're sacrificing time. So basically, it's how much is your time worth. Had to blow my accounts today, bro. That's not good, man. I'm having a hard time keeping up with all the questions. Where do you use Bookmap? I have another monitor. Oh, I have the software. I have another monitor where it's showing. Oh, trying to avoid the live account. Did they email you and tell you they were going to do that? Are you done for the day? Potentially, yeah. What site for Bookmap? It's not a site. It's a software. You download from their website. I do pay for it. I do pay for it. Yeah. We need Christian Trades Gold, dude. I am scared of that. I'm not gonna lie, man. Let's see what this is gold right here. You get some aggressive moves in gold. See, I was charting this from last night. Let's see if I can. Is my executions on here? Nah, it reset. Gold's aggressive, man. Just made a soft one cam gold. Nice. Do I worry about taking trades pre-market? I don't worry about that. I take setups where they're presented, man. I keep an eye on the volume, and if the volume is pretty relatively high, and the setups there, I will take a trade. I do try to stick. My rule is I try to stick to New York session, but if I see something in the London session, I'll hop in there. As you can see. I didn't even see Waddy spamming. What was he saying? What Bookmap do you use? It is that is the name of the software, Bookmap. Bookmap is the software name. If you Google Bookmap, you'll see it. Software. There's another one called like Sierra Charts, I think. Nathan, I still haven't checked that out, dude. As soon as I get off these charts, like I said, I'm usually straight to class and then studying. I need to look it up. You like Sierra? I've heard good things. Where do I think it's going? It's either going up or it's going down. I think we can agree on that. Nah, I'm just kidding, man. I don't know. This is you did have a little bit of a breaker set up here with a sweep and then kind of a respecting of that, but I don't know if I'd be interested in taking shorts here. Might just consolidate. We'll see. From what you've shown, Bookmap is definitely not as in depth. Bookmap is not as in depth. I think there's more settings that I could have on for it. I just haven't. Time frame do I trade on? I don't marry a time frame, man. I bounce around. I like using higher time frames to get an idea of where we could get rejections and where our draws are. But I'll enter on the lower 5 minute, 4 minute, 3 minute, 2 minute, 1 minute, 30 seconds. Sometimes if I want to go that low, if it's really, Bookmap seems more. Yeah. Yeah, I'm 32, Dean. Be 33 in February. Oh, that's not Dean. FX Trades. That's somebody else. I thought that was Dean. Yeah, I'm 32. Yeah. decided to go back to college, wanted to be an attorney, man. I got to get my undergrad first. Yeah, I drew in those levels, but I use an indicator to show them out. 34, 3 kids. You're living my dream, man. I can't wait for that day. It's a great question, Swisher, and that's why I've been reevaluating my trajectory. I started down this path before I was making any money trading, so um, I'm at least going to finish undergrad. But if trading keeps going the way that it is, I'd love to do this as a full-time job. You're not taking any trades, right? No, I'm not in one right here. We made 1,000 times 3 on this right here. I have to go to office hours for my Japanese class here and by 11 or at 11. I made too much on my combine. It's frustrating. I always, if I'm trading a combine and I have a consistency rule like that, I always calculate. Like if I'm in, let's say I'm in for 1 mini, that's $20 a point. I'll use this tool and then calculate how many points I need to hit my profit level for my consistency rule. I think that's a smart way to do it for combines. Appreciate that, Swisher. I usually come on between 9 and 9:30 every day. Today was a little later. I had a phone call from my brother. We were chit-chatting, so got on a little later than I usually do. But I'm in by 9. I'm on by 9:30. Hello. I did, Christian. I took a trade pre-market right here off of that setup. Sweep of Asia, V-shape, breaker, inversion of 5-minute, creation of a 5-minute, clear draw and liquidity higher. Got out because 1, it was pre-market, and 2, because the book map kind of died off. Started looking really weird. As soon as I closed, we dumped. And I was actually getting dressed to take a shower and whatnot, so I didn't get to re-enter here. I would have re-entered on the rejection, on the respect of these gaps right there, but I didn't get a chance and didn't want to FOMO into the trade. So I think it was like up here by the time I sat back down. Yeah, shorts are starting to look good. That was set up here, would have been small breaker on the 1. Is there a gap in there? I think there was a gap inside of there that got inverted. Yeah. So touchback of this 1 minute inversion would have had that with stops above the swing high potentially. I don't know how low this will want to go though. Very nice, Walker. That's awesome. Getting a good dumpy dump here. I'd be trailing stops at this point, depending on where your entry was. If you entered off the inversion of this 2, I'd be trailing stops potentially up to probably this other gap, because I don't know how low this is going to want to go. Could get a move all the way back down. Remember, we left Asia here on ES. So you never know. You break even, Nick? Nice. Yeah, Jaden, you're not wrong, but we are in a 4-hour bearish here. So kind of price could be fighting itself here. 4-hour bearish, 4-hour bullish inversion, 4-hour bearish inversion. This is the 1 day. So you got a 1 day bullish inversion followed by a 1 day bearish inversion. Are you in right now, Tristan? We could just dig into this 5 and then push higher, like Tristan is saying. Look at this. You have a. This is what I'd be looking at here. Keep an eye on this, Nick. Yeah, I'd consider this a breaker. So you got a 5-minute breaker here with this 5-minute gap inside of it that we're touching into. I'd be cautious here. I'd be cautious on shorts here. Yeah, I'd be really cautious on shorts right there. Unk dressed up to trade. Dressed up for class. I like to look good, man. I like to look professional. When you present yourself in a professional way, people treat you in a more professional way, and it gets you further. That's been my experience. It's also weird to be 32 in college, dressing like a college kid. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. Honestly, why I click on for the outfits? You click on my lives for the outfits? Man, I need to start up in the Brooks Brothers orders then. Got out 600 up. If it inverses up, target is all-time highs. Yeah, this 15-minute breaker here. With the 15 inside of it. I'm going to clean this up, don't worry. Oh, because of the C-bomb trade. Appreciate that, man. Trying to get there. The physique's not quite as big as his. Not nearly as big. C-bomb's the man. This would have been a potential entry point here for a long, at least a New York high. I think those shorts fail pretty quickly. This is the breaker here. So you had the last leg up. I don't know if I count that candle. I'm going to still count that as a down close candle. So this last leg up before the sweep lower, recovery, price came through it, formed it as a breaker. I don't know. Some might disagree with that marking, but that's what I see. What indicator do you use for London Asia levels? ICT kill zones and pivots. And then I mark them out manually so that I can turn that off and still see them. How long have you been doing this? Trading with prop firms since October of last year. Actually, almost exactly a year ago. But trading in general for 4 years. Yeah, I got you. I did, Nathan. I did. Yeah, I was getting burned a little bit on that, man. I had them that way because that's the way PGA Trades taught me to do it. But as you can see, like you'll see here, I still am marking. See, how I have London and high pre-market here. I'm still marking out. Like if there's a clear, you'll see why I did this here on the indicator. Uh, See, I have London pre-market marked out right there, and that's because this wick high came up, took oh shit, sorry. It came up, took PM high, Asia high, and then reversed. So if I had just had this high, I don't think that fully encapsulated the move. I like to have that so it fully encapsulate. It tells a story about what happened. So that's the reason you have that level marked, is it's telling you what happened and what could potentially be in that area. So I still mark out I'll just classify it as pre-market because this happened exactly at 2 a.m. when the algorithm got turned on. So that's why I do that. We're up 3,000 today. We're up, let's see. We're up, that's Bookmap, sorry. Up 1,500 on that. 500, that's a gold trade I took last night. So we're up 1,000 on that, 1,000 on that, and 1,000 on that. So 3,000 off it today. 1,500 or 3,500 including one gold trade I took last night. Let's go. Very nice, man. I did, Nathan. Yeah, I moved it back to the actual time of the open, the official time. But like I said, I still keep an eye. If I see something where, like I said, with the London pre-market marking that I have up here, I'll still mark this manually because I'll spot it. You can spot it when you have the indicator turned on. Like you see how you see that candle wick up here. So I'll still mark that level out. I still mark the levels for the in-betweens. But like you have London session here between New York AM high. There was nothing. There was no high made there. So I don't have anything marked out for that. Kale, if you go to, I got you. Hang on one second. I don't think I actually have the updated settings in there. Here, screenshot it real quick so people can keep watching this trade. I appreciate that, MS. Yeah, I try to keep it clean, man. It helps my brain not go crazy with too many distractions. Yeah, Swisher, I was about to say go to the Discord and look at the settings. I do have one. Links in the chat right now, but I don't think I've updated the current settings that I have for that in there. $4 King, 4 years. That's awesome, dude. Very nice. Slow, consistent base hits. That's all it takes. King, I would give the same advice. Slow. Don't try to become rich overnight, man. This isn't a get rich quick scheme. If you can sit there and take base hits, $100, $200, $300 days, and just allow that to build up and not focus on the money. You're focused on, hey, I'm taking solid trades. I'm taking good setups that are repeatable, that are identifiable, and I'm learning how price moves. I'm learning the psychological discipline that it takes to do this long term. I think those are the key things that I would focus on, especially at 18. Man, I wish I had gotten into this when I was that young, dude. But you're on the right track. You're doing the right thing. I think keep watching people who have been doing this a while, learn their mistakes, learn their tips and their tricks, really pay attention to their discipline, and I think those are the best things to do. I'm on my first. Let's read that. I think I'm getting into trading. Thinking of getting into trading. Do you think it's a good idea? Yeah, Alex, I do. I do. I think if you are the type of person that can develop mental discipline, you've shown that in other areas of your life, whether it's the gym or with school or with work, you've excelled beyond what other people were capable of doing or what other people did do. I think that those show signs that you have a chance of being a good trader. Trading is a lot like working out, in my opinion. It's something that you have to do on a daily basis, and you're not going to see results immediately. There's so many things that you have to do to make yourself successful, to become, to make it physically obvious that you work out. You have to sleep well. You have to eat right. You have to train properly. You have to educate yourself on, physiological aspects. And trading's no different than that. You have to sleep well. You have to eat right, and you have to execute discipline on a daily basis. And you're not going to have these huge numbers in your bank account right away, but over time of doing the right things, just like with working out, you're going to start to see results. When you take trades, how do you set yourself up for it? In terms of what? In terms of what I'm looking for, or psychologically, or what do you mean? Talk God, I remember you, bro. I remember you. I prayed about you. I hope that goes well, man. Yeah, Tyrone, we took this pre-market. We took this pre-market trade here. I got out up here because Bookmap was dying off, and then went to go get ready for the stream. When I did, as you see, price came back and then rejected. I wasn't able to get back in. I wish I could have. Target of London high. Trade played out perfectly. But I caught this move of it. We're up 1,000 times 3. I hope that goes well. Talk. Keep us posted, man. Hey, and if it doesn't, not to psych you out, I'm sure you're going to do great. But if you don't get the job, dude, that's because God has another plan for you. There's a different door that he plans to open. But maybe this is the one he has. We'll see. Appreciate that, Mary Jane. You have a good day, too. You got this, man. Don't psych yourself out. Just be yourself. That's my apartment. Appreciate it. It's tiny. It's like 500 square feet, man. A little studio here. Housing is expensive around campus, man. But I wanted to live as close as I could so that I don't have to take the bus, or there's really no parking on campus. It's a lottery for parking passes, so very unlikely to get one. So I wanted to live as close to campus as possible. Appreciate it. Oh, Marvin, no, I'm not in. We're just watching here. I actually have to go take a couple Japanese quizzes here in the next couple minutes, unfortunately. I have a scooter, bro. I'll show you the scooter. Hang on. little scoot scoot. Gets the job done. I don't know if you can really see it. One of those Segway 9 bots. I think that's what it's called. You want to hear some Japanese? Watashi wa Nihongo o benkyou shimasu ka? Bootin' and scootin'. New boot goofing. Yeah, it's electric. Dude, thing goes like 25 miles an hour. Yeah, POV being Asian session. I actually have an exam coming up that's completely oral, which will be interesting. I've gotten very good at reading and writing Japanese. My spoken Japanese needs some work because we don't work on that enough, in my opinion. Class is mostly focused on the reading and the writing, but I'm getting better at it. Been going to Japanese like events with like only Japanese people working on that. I have one of those 360 cams. You know what I mean? I thought about taking one of those and posting it, just to show you guys campus and stuff. I'm planning on going to Japan potentially this coming summer. Yeah, I'd love to go. C-bum trader. Appreciate that, man. UNC Chapel Hill. Swisher. Up another 600. You're crushing it, bro. Appreciate that talk. Appreciate you, man. You live in Raleigh, Kale? Nice, man. You State fan? Thailand, Ecuador. Those are all places I want to go, man. Somebody said Uruguay earlier. I think that was Nick said he's in Uruguay. Those are all places that I'd love to go. Duke fan. I grew up a Duke fan. Yeah, a bunch of my family went there. A couple of my family members went there. Kind of ironic that I'm at UNC now. Kaishin, I go to UNC Chapel Hill. Yeah, Coach K is definitely missed, man. Same with Roy leaving UNC though. That rivalry just isn't the same anymore, unfortunately. Hopefully it will be one day, but that was just the golden years, man. Yeah, CTB we did. We took this. These are executions right here. Two minis. Wanted wanted London High. This is pre-market. Excuse me. Got out because the book map was dying off. Then clearly it did die. Price came down. Retested this. I was taking a shower, so I didn't get back in here. But went right there. Right to London High. And I think we go next draw on liquidity would be New York AM high if people are still holding. Yeah, Alex, T-Trades on YouTube posts some good stuff if you want to trade ICT. A lot of people bag on ICT, but I mean you can see here this is pure ICT trading right here, and it works. I was listening to some order flow trader while this was going on. He was like, I just don't know where price wants to go. And I'm not bagging on him because he knows what he's doing. He's been doing this 10 years. He makes literally millions of dollars trading. He trades order flow. So, but if you're an ICT trader, you knew where price wanted to go. Uh, so sometimes order flow is more beneficial. Sometimes ICT is just clear as day. I think if you can combine the two, which is what I do, then that's the way to do it. It is, Nick. Yeah, it's the only thing I do for income. Justin's got some good information. Yeah, I like Justin. I think T-Trades for the fundamentals, man. T-Trades is hard to beat. Look up T-Trades on YouTube. He is constantly putting out some really good information. He's got a series on there called, it might just be called Education. And if you're new to trading, I'd highly suggest starting there. Very simple to understand. He basically teaches what ICT teaches on his channel, but it's more palatable in my opinion. It's easier to listen to, easier to understand. Powell's good. I don't know about Powell's teaching. It could be great. I haven't watched any of it. I like him as a personality. I follow him on TikTok. I think he's a funny dude. Same with PB trading. He's a young kid, but he's funny. I like their personalities. So a lot of the guys I follow on YouTube or Instagram or whatever, I follow them more for their personalities. TJR, I follow him for his personality. I went through when I was first starting, I went through the boot camp thing, but I think there's better, more serious people to follow that will teach you more in depth about the same kind of concepts. I think he's probably a really cool dude. I'd love to hang out with him. He's funny as crap. But if you're trying to lock in on this and trade seriously, I would no shade at all to him. But I think that T-Trades is where to go on YouTube. Been trading for 4 years, Nick. Yeah, PB's cool. There's another guy I follow, man. I don't know if you guys, he's relatively new, I think, but I'm not even sure how I came across him. There's two guys. Slade on TikTok. I like him. Shout out Slade. I don't think he's got a big following, but he is constantly posting, and I think he posts some good stuff, especially psychologically. He posts some really good stuff, I think. Slade Trades, I think is his name. SLADE. And then there's another guy that I follow that I really like. Oh, first story. Big Char Trades. Is it Big Char? Big Char Trades. This guy right here. I don't know if you can see that. I like him a lot. I think he's grounded, humble dude. I don't think he hasn't been doing it as long as most other people, but I like his personality. I think he's pretty grounded. Jaden. Long time no see, bro. Avail trading? No, I don't think I've seen that. I don't think I've seen him. Do I like Travis Kelce? I don't watch football, man. But no, to answer your question. I don't dislike anybody, man. I pray for people, but you know, he's a shill for the pharmaceutical companies. I don't have much respect for that. Oh, I look like him. Appreciate that. Yeah, I figured you were, dude. Proud of you for locking in, though. It's important. Very important. I'm about to have to get off of here to go take some quizzes for school, too, so I know how it is, man. Low-key, shit. I'm in short off the 2-minute. You don't think we keep pushing up to AM, previous AM high, Tristan? I hope it plays out, man. You need some wins. I'm pulling for you. You're gambling? Don't do that. You know better. You know better. Evals. You are pushing into this 15-minute, but we'll see. A good gamble can always be fun. As long as it's an eval. Tristan passes evals pretty easily. It's not like he's new to this, so. Yeah, I'm not trying to jinx it, but I'm bullish too, all the way up to New York AM high. I don't want to jinx it for him. No. Nick, you're on fire, bro. Was that $2,000 on the day? I'd call it a day, man. It's a great day. There you go, John. That's the way to do it, man. One strategy, stick to it, keep repeating it, don't switch it up, unless it's just a bad strategy. But if it's working on paper, I'd say keep going. I got to roll, unfortunately, guys. I've stuck around as long as I could. I got to go take these quizzes at 11, so I'll be back tomorrow. We'll do it again. I am live every day, so if you guys want to follow and come back and follow the journey here, we'll be here. So you guys take it easy. Have a good day. Stay blessed. Don't overtrade. Don't blow your profits if you're up. Don't blow your accounts if you're down. Potentially, we're going to keep an eye on things. I don't like to trade. I don't like to try to like time CPI, but we'll catch a we'll hopefully catch a trade after price settles a little bit. So we'll see how it goes. Appreciate you guys being here. God bless you guys. Take care. Tristan, good luck with that trade, man. Hopefully you didn't just get stopped out on that swing high.